start with, and then we'll, whatever time we have left over, we'll go from there.
Okay.
And I'm sorry we're late tonight. We did have a bit of a Reese's lesson. We had kind of a discussion that had to be dealt with. That was right then and there. The naughty pony.
I have lessons like that.
Down, round, or more stretchy. Good for you. No drifting. Ask him to be stretchy over his back like that. That stretchy over his back feeling is throughness. And for your horse, it's really essential for him to be able to use his body to its best advantage. Careful, he's not drifting. It's not any faster, but yes, softer, more relaxed over his back. And remember, this being able to get him to lift his back and come through is the basics of your stretchy circle. That's what it's all about, as well as just your general work. So that's the place. You want to feel like you could stretch him down at any time that he asked. You could stretch him down. Good. You could stretch him down. And stay low, quiet. Ask him again. You could stretch him down. How that feeling? He should not just put his head down and then bump back up. Yep. He should stretch down and stay there in your hand, like you guys are holding each other's hand in a nice way. Good. 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 But not any lower than you say to be, right? And halt for a minute. Gonna make your husband's job a little easier. The bucket's over there in the corner. Okay, walk on again. Good. I wouldn't normally do that, but I make him stretch. Good. Good. Leg. Leg is the key to asking him to lift his back and stretch. Your hand just channels that, but it doesn't, it's not what's creating the change. Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah.
It's channeling his neck and suppling for sure, but that's a girl. Down more. Yep, just adjust your circle. Good. That place. And we want it to be consistent. You feel what I mean? He gives you 2, 3 steps, and then he's like, there, I did it.
Right.
And then you're done. That's right.
Kind of frustrating.
That's right. Pester him with your leg when he comes up. Good. Make it unpleasant when he comes up. There should be more pressure with the contact, more leg. That's it. When he softens, you're soft. When he's up, your pressure's there. Whether he's trotting or walking is irrelevant. The stretch is what you're rewarding. Yeah. Yes. You feel that? Leg in hand, no seesawing. Ask him to stretch. Ask him to stretch. More pressure when he's up. Soften as he gives in. Keep the pressure if he jigs. Soften when he stretches. Good. Pressure is good. Pressure if he wants to jig. Soften when he gives in. Good. Again. Strong hold, strong leg. Come on, be firmer. He should feel inconvenienced. If he's walking happily along and you're trying to give him a message, then he's not getting the message. Do you understand? So he should be either arguing or giving you. That's a girl. Good. You have to make this his best choice. That's right. You're not forcing him, but you're saying, you know, this is the most pleasant place to be if you stretch. And you got to keep stretching, because if you come back up, buddy, it's going to be unpleasant again. That's right. That's right. Yeah. There we're getting more honest and more steps. You feel that?
Yep.
Okay. Good. And change direction through the circle. That's lovely.
Good boy.
That's lovely how he's using his back. Do you feel that?
Yeah.
His body. Good. And this is key. If you can't do this well in the walk, where you have no momentum and it's purely he is or he isn't doing it, then you're probably not going to have the skills to do it in the trot. You know, honestly. If he can do it honestly here, he'll do it really well in the trot. Now the same thing, because you know how horses are, you change direction. Sometimes it's like you started a whole new book, right? Firm hold, firm leg. And he's a little doing that. He's like all of a sudden like, what were we doing? Because I don't remember how to do it. So that's right. Remember, inconvenience him with the pressure with your leg and hand. As soon as he stretches, you're lighter. That's
boy.
Good. Good. Down, stretchy. Good. Stretch here. Yeah. Nice. Stretch here. Good. Good job. Stretch here. That's good job. Forward to the trot when you're ready. Stretch here. Leg and hand there. Stretch here. Good girl. Keep that stretching in your transition. Stretch here, leg and hand. Good. Good. Come on, make him stretch. He should still be able to stretch down in the trot. Lower longer, like you're going to stretch long and low, Haley. Keep your outside aids that he's in shoulder forward, but he's not drifting out. Rounder. Use your leg and hand. He's got to reach down, even if you canters. Don't get off the topic. The topic is we're going to stretch our neck down and out. Good. Even if we canter, even if we're on the wrong lead, even if we're walking, neck down and out. That's the only thing you're looking for. Good. Every time he heads that direction, lighter contact. Yeah. Keep your outside aids that he doesn't drift. Good for you. Yeah, good. Hands a little quiet. Outside leg on leg, no drifting. Stretch here. Good. Stretch here. Yeah. Stretch here. Quiet aids. Ask him to stretch down and out. Good girl. And remember, you can post or sit. That's your choice in your test, right?
Yes.
Okay, so if, obviously this weekend, if posting works better, then you post.
Yes.
More down out. Good. Sit. At home, you're going to work more on sitting, that you can eventually do it either way, but quiet aids. If the reins are kind of bouncing on him, he's not going to trust him to want to stretch into him, right? Leg and hand, get him to stretch down out more. Good. Good. Down out, and he can blow, but stay on contact. He doesn't get a longer rein, and he doesn't get to cut off the bit to blow. Steady, slow, slow. Keep contact when he blows. Yep, keep contact. An allergy attack going on there about having to work.
That happens every time
That's
we
right.
row.
The contact, it's always a good sign sometimes. It's fine, you just say fine, you can blow all you want, but you're going to be on the 8. Super. He will stop blowing if it doesn't get him what he wants. And what he wants is you either give him the reins or you ignore him when he comes up and isn't round. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And just like you and me, I mean, you can get him rounder, and he can sneeze while getting rounder. Good. Good. And it doesn't mean he has to stop doing everything. Round him and change direction through the circle. You didn't break that, did you? Okay. And stay a little quiet. We just got that sprinkler fixed. Rick will have a meltdown. Yeah, good. Down rounder. Good girl. More bending. More bending. Feel like you're moving it in towards the bend. Towards the bend. Good girl. Your outside aids are there pushing it in like it's going to spiral in on the circle. Good girl. Good. Bending like you're spiraling in on the circle. More. Stretch him down a little rounder. That's good. And spiral in, spiral in, spiral in. Spiral in. Outside aids, push him in. It's like you're folding him around your inside leg like this piece of wet spaghetti. Like, yeah, push him in towards the bend. You are bending him with your right round leg, but you're pushing him into it. Don't let him go away from the bend. He's drifting out.
Okay.
You just got to step in towards the bend. More. Yeah. More. There. There. There's bending. Do you feel that?
Yeah.
Stretch him down and large circle again. Stretch here. Still, all bending is that feeling where your outside aids are pushing him in towards the bend. Good girl. Good girl. And stretchy top line. Good for you. Good. All right. Very nice. It's okay? Okay, thanks. Okay, now let's stretch him down, long and low. I know that you go left in your circle, but we're going right now. Remember, reins do not go longer until you've got him as low as you can get him, and he's honestly there on that rein length. Yeah, that's right. Low, 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 low. You can go more than that. That's the girl. You can go more than that, and just like in the walk, he stays down there. Way down. Nose to his knees. The reins don't need to be longer. No. He's trying to talk you into, I need a longer rein to stretch. He doesn't. Down more. Down more. That's the girl. You want to put your leg on, he lifts his back up. Down more, lifts his back up. And he stays down there. We're not giving him the reins longer yet because we don't trust him to stay down there. If your reins get longer, he pops back up and you can't do a thing about it. That's right, and he knows that.
Yeah.
So he fools you into, oh, here, I'm going to give you a nice stretch, and you let the reins out, you fall for it, and then he gets away from you a few strides later. Neck down, 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 down. Down more. Go ahead, Alex. Come on in and grab this if you want. Down more. Come on, neck down there. Whoop. Neck down there. That's where I wanted. I want him to stay there from your leg. That's right. He stays there in that place. He's got a degree of bending. Nope, he doesn't just get to nip into there and dig it out. Stays there. Yeah, stays down. Keep the bend. Stays down. More bend. More down. More. Super. Keep your leg in. Don't fall for the letting the reins out yet. I'll tell you when, okay? Not until then. That's right, because again, the good moments are only a few strides. Do you feel that?
Yeah.
Are your reins too long to influence them? Or are they okay?
No, I didn't have my leg on enough.
Okay. Then, next down. That's right. You want your reins to be a length where there's nowhere he goes if he gets away from you being able to influence him. Yeah. Okay. Good. Not. Don't let the reins out. Bending him. And his back stays up. For a minute he was offering to really stretch, but I don't know if you felt that his nose was going out, but his hind legs were also going backwards. He has to put his neck down more, but his hind legs like that, they stay underneath him. Don't let the reins out. Neck down. Neck down. Are you okay?
Yeah, no, I'm fine. I just keep almost getting it.
There. Good boy. Remember, your feedback to him is strong leg and hand pressure when he's not good, light when he is. You make it pleasant when he's in the right spot, you make it unpleasant when he's not. Unpleasant the minute he starts to come up. Yeah, fine, you make it unpleasant enough that he's arguing, and pleasant enough that he's not. And the stretch has to be slight, never yanking the reins out of your hand. Yeah. Yeah, a little more. Has to stay there. That's right. Don't let the reins out. That's right. You want to feel his back come up. That's
Good boy.
correct. Because this isn't just about poking his nose out. This is about bringing his back up as he does that. With the that doesn't get to be rude and rude on you. Rooting like a pig, right? That's not allowed. He doesn't get to yank the reins out of your hand. Good. More bend. Yeah. Bending. Bending more. Neck down. Bending more. Yeah.
Good boy.
He's done it. Yeah, we're gonna move down. It's gonna be a lifestyle, not just a visited place for a couple strides. Super. Keep the bend. Down. Yes. More bend. Down. Good. Okay, now we're getting where we want to be.
Yeah.
You feel that?
Yep.
And only when it's that consistent, day in and day out, do you let the reins longer. I'm not going to do it today, though. But see what he's doing? He's fishing. He's like, oh, Haley, I'm stretching so nice.
So my only question about that, I totally agree with you, but how do I react when the judge is like, you need to let him stretch?
Well, you don't care because the judges aren't riding him and they don't know what his MO is.
Okay.
So wherever you are this weekend, if you can get him to stretch and stay consistent and they give you a 6 or 6'5" and they say slightly behind the vertical and needs more stretch, you're just going to go, well, that's where we were.
Right.
Because is it going to be any better for letting the reins longer?
No, it'll
Okay, you've already done that, right?
Right.
So that's not the way to get there. Now, we aren't going to be there for the weekend, but hopefully we'll be further there if you can do this, where you can get him to get down and stay into this rein length correctly for more than 2 strides. Does that make sense?
Yeah, definitely.
And eventually, a few more weeks of this, and we'll get to where you want to be, where he stays out and you can trust him and let the reins out. And you can actually control him on the longer range. See what I mean, though?
Yeah.
He's down, he's up, he's down, he's up, so you can't let him out yet.
He's like a
And the judge may say you're not letting him stretch, but you have let him stretch and he doesn't stretch better. You have to be in control of asking him to stretch because he's one of those horses where stretch doesn't just happen in a good way. He doesn't want to go there. He doesn't want to be there, right?
Right.
You have to teach him to go to it. And truly you have to teach him this. You cannot force a horse to stretch and relax. You have to be able to ask for like, man, that's right. Okay. Now take him back up a little bit, just a little bit, but keep the same feeling through his back. And change direction through the circle. Because the whole point of the stretching movement is to teach your horse to use his back better. Okay? And that feeling his back better is our throughness topic. Do you understand, Haley? Yeah, hey. And he only is to stretch when you say. And he's only to go as long as you say. That's right. If you say get through on this rein length, we get through on this rein length. We don't try to take the reins longer. Haley gives us the reins, we don't take them from her. Keep left bend, throughness, left bend like you're gonna spiral in on the circle. Kick on the left rein leg, good girl. Good. That's right. Just like you're gonna spiral, just by inches, not all of a sudden a small circle. Just the thought of that. Okay, now ask him to stretch down on this side. Again, yeah, you ask him to get rounder. Stretching down is asking him to get round as if he's not round at all. You reward when he reaches forward out. If he curls in, you have more pressure. Good, good, good. Every time he reaches in a polite way out, you soften contact, but softening, not letting contact go. And when I say soften contact, I mean less leg, less hand.
Okay.
When he's not where you want him to be, more leg, more hand. Very good. Good. Again, you're making the place you want him to be the pleasant place of less pressure. The place he's not where he's supposed to be, the place of more pressure. That could be too high. For this horse, it could also be too curled in the neck. Do you understand? That's a girl. That's a girl. Okay, do you see where you're getting now? Yeah. And again, don't get snookered into a longer rein yet. Don't trust him yet. I know you're like, oh, this is so much better making the longer rein.
No, but it's because of all the work we did the other direction.
Yeah. But don't trust him. Keep him there. Make it be this tonight. You see what I mean? Because he's still trying to dodge up and down a bit. He's not just staying there yet. That's right. Stays there. Stays there. No, he doesn't come up. He's up to cheating. Pressure. He's good. Cheating. He's rooting. Still cheating a little bit. Now he's better. Now he's cheating. That's right. That's good. Now he's been honest for a few steps. But it's not going to stay. So you're, yeah. Okay. You feel that? Okay. Now, let's come to a walk for a brief moment. And keep him stretching now as you come to the walk in this ring. So post down to the walk. Slower, slower. But you don't use your rein. You keep stretching with your leg and hand. Stretching him as you bring him to the walk with posting slower. You don't bring him to the walk with using your rein. Good, and you keep him stretching. And you just melt into the walk. And you use your leg and you keep him stretching. And now walk. Just by posting to the point that you're walking. Stretch. Stretching. That's a girl. Stretch more. Not faster though, not faster. He's plenty energetic. Good. Now stretch him to the free walk. Still stretching, only letting the reins out if you trust him to stay into the connection from your leg. He has to earn that longer rein. Do you understand what I mean? Mm-hmm. That's right. You are training him when he feels your leg hand to seek the bit. He does not naturally do that. Some horses do. He's not one of them. That's good. So see here, you can let the rein a little bit because he's staying there, honestly. You feel that? In the trot, you can. Good. Good. And have a little break for a moment. So what we're talking about is how to train that movement to be better. And eventually, you'll be able to do what you just did there in the walk, but probably not by this weekend.
Right.
So, you know, if you come back and say, hey, I kept the rein that length and I was able to keep him down and consistently into contact in the right way with his back up, or not consistently, but more than I normally do, or whatever, that's where we want to be this weekend. In a few more weeks, we'll want to be able to do what you just were able to do there in the walk. You must not trust him too soon and give him the rein, because then he's going to take you for a ride.
Yep, and I've been letting him do that because I'm like, oh, I'll just convince him to be a good boy.
Right. Well, and that's why I keep saying he's trying to entice you into that.
Yep.
With every intention that the moment you let the reins out, he's going to get away from you. And you're going to be day in and day out where that's not even an option, and he finally is like, doesn't even think about that, and then you let the rein out a little longer.
Right.
And you know, I don't mean to say the judges, you know, disregard what the judge is saying. They're giving you feedback like a court reporter on what's happening. Okay, they might say that, you know, your reins need to be longer, he needs to stretch more, he's behind the vertical, he's inconsistent. Whatever. Those are not training tips. Those are just what's happening. We're talking about what you actually have to do with your training to get there. And you know, you go through the same thing on jumping. I mean, nobody gives your report card the same. But you know, sometimes as you're riding around the course, you're not riding things the way you ultimately want to, but you're riding them the way you need to for that point in time of what's going on with the training.
Exactly. Yeah. I guess for whatever reason, I did a significantly better job in our last test of knowing, no, I know the right thing. This is to just be in an environment and make him do those things.
Mm-hmm.
But in the past, I've always been like, oh, well, I just really want him to please stick his nose out, so I'll just...
Right. Well,
Yeah.
you tried that.
Didn't work very well.
That's right. And it never will. It never will on a horse like him. not for any lasting number of strides. And the thing is, he's quite clever. He's figured out that if he offers you the promise of that, you're going to give him what he wants, and then he can take it, take you for a ride a little bit.
Yep. Yes, he has.
So the thing is until this gets doable, that the way this is written in your test with your lengthening, the corner, and then the stretchy circle, that is going to be quite difficult because you only have the corner to get him back through if you lost him in the lengthening before you have to stretch him down out. And if he doesn't get there more quickly, like we were working on a circle here, around and around and around, then you're not going to have much of a hope of getting it done in what's essentially a quarter of a circle.
Right.
Okay, but that will be your goal. So let's pick him up and come on the right hand, and let's head on down and down to the other end, and then get him round and through. Remember, round and through should be a lifestyle everywhere, all the time. Stretchy to the bridle, and let's go posting trot, and let's come around and do our trot lengthening, just like in your test, and then we're going to come on the circle at C, and we're going to try our stretchy circle, but we're going to ride it like we just did, Haley. We're going to stretch him. You're not going to let the rein longer. You're going to stretch him down on the rein length you have, and you're going to make him stretch really properly. And by the way, if you can keep some stretching in the lengthening, so he uses his back, your lengthening will be better. Keep the right positioning. Push him bigger. Keep the right positioning. Good. Good. Push him bigger. Keep coming. Now put him deep with his neck. Deep with his neck because he's going to want to come up. Use your leg. Put him deep. Good girl. Put him in deep again. Keep contact. Now lean forward. You're not supposed to be stretching. He is, right? You're giving him some sympathy stretch to your body. Do you feel yourself? That's it. As deep as you can get him. And be more assertive when he pops up. Leg and hand. It should be just like a struggling puppy trying to get away from you when he comes up. You close around him with your leg and hand. Make that unpleasant. That's right. Make it unpleasant quickly. Make it unpleasant quickly. Don't ride like you're at a show and you don't want to show anybody your unpleasant business. We're not at a show. You're going to take them on about that. That's right. There you go. Take them on about it. Yeah. Yeah. Down out more. Good. You feel that?
Yeah.
Down out more. More. Yeah. Down out more. And see, he's still trying to troll you a little bit there. You feel that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Offers you what seems like it's going to be good, and then he tries to get away. There. No, we still don't trust him, though. You actually got like more than 2 strides, though.
Yeah.
But then, right, you spent a lot of time this week in that place. Like that.
Good boy.
Keep your leg there. Good. And when he pulls, you put your leg on and say, keep your hind legs under here, and your back up while you stretch. Because again, the stretch is supposed to be his back lifting, not him pushing himself onto the bit. Down more. You feel the trot getting better, though?
Yeah.
Yeah. Good girl. Good. And sitting trot now. And bring him back to normal contact, but still keep that throughness, stretchiness. Not bending. Good. Okay, and your canter when you're ready. Through the stretchiness. Stretching. Get there. Good girl. Keep the bend. Keep your right shoulder back. Bending. Stretching. Top line. Same thing. A little there. Now not any faster. And careful you're not rocking your body here. We've talked about that, right? Have we talked about that? Yeah, I thought so. Side leg out to 3. Oh, good girl. Good. You want the canter that you would have cantering into a 3.5 foot fence. You want him uphill in the balance, but not because he's bringing his neck up. Yeah. Yeah. Steady your body. And stretch your top line so he can use his hind legs. Yep. Yep. Good girl. Good. Stretchy. Good. And let's go large at C. Let's go down to E and make a 20-meter circle. And he's not to dive. If he dives a little, you keep your leg on. You keep him stretchy. But you keep your leg on and ask him to use his hind legs instead of trying to dive down on the bit and get in his shoulder. 20-meter circle at E. Stretch it through. You want to cross the center line on the X side of L by 6 feet. Good stretchy through feeling. Super. Melt your seat, close your legs, stretch him down in transition. Keep the shoulder forward left, don't change bend until the end. The only reason you change bend is if you're going to canter out there in the diagonal, but you're not. So we stretch it through. Forward swivel here. Good girl. Good. Hands low, quiet, right positioning. Stretch it through, bending him like you're going to half pass him. Relax into him, stretch him with your leg. Feel his back come up, press him with your leg, and at the same time put his neck lower. Neck a little longer.
He keeps yanking it right as I get into a rhythm.
Yeah, I know. Why is that? Why is he doing that?
Because I've let him.
Yeah, well, yes, and also he's getting tired now. Because this whole thing's been about him using his back and hind legs, and we're just about done with the lesson. He's tired. Good. Good. Canter when you're ready. Nice job. Keep the stretchy feeling. Super. Good. Outside eighth turn, inside eighth bend. And a little more outside eighth. Good girl. Stretching it. Bending that he wraps it around through your side leg. Good. 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 Going large. Actually back. Funny sound. Stretchy. Good. Stretchy. Good. Stretch here, right leg, left leg. Good for you. 20-meter circle, yep. And stretchy rounder. Stretchy rounder. Down rounder, good. And go large. Stretchy, good job. 20-meter circle at 8. Stretchy. Good. Good. Very nice. Okay, then we're going to change rein, KXM. And we're going to trot on the diagonal. Did you see what that was out there?
It's the cat.
Is that a bird?
No, the bird's trying to chase the cat away from the nest, or lead the cat away from the nest.
Stretchy. Good. And trot when you're ready. Go. And keep the right position. Good girl. Stretch him. Add more right positioning. That's right. Remember, there's in the test you would be done, but in schooling you could keep the counterbend if you wanted to, right?
Yep.
So keep the counterbend until you like how it's stretching now. Yeah. And then left bend when you're ready. Stretchy. Stretchy down. Yep, down. Stretch here. Left leg, right leg. Put it, yep. Feel like you're going to stretch it long and low. Stretch them with your leg. Fine, good. Stretch here down. Yes. Okay, I'm coming to the walk. Horse is getting tired. You feel it?
Yeah, a lot.
Yeah. Really tired. Hands down. Stretchy. And out to the straight. Okay. Alright, so that's where we are in the schooling. That's what you need to do. Remember, every time you go to a show, you have the ultimate where I want to be in the finished product, and then you have the where we are as we climb along, on the ascent of that mountain of perfection. Right now, where you are, this is how you want to be riding through those movements. Does that make sense? Okay. And you're going to come back hopefully and say we were successful with that more of the time. I very much doubt you're going to come back and say I had him rounding through 100% of the time. I'm not expecting that. But if you feel you improved it,
Right.
that's what we're after.
Right.
And we're hoping by the end of the season that you're approaching 80 to 90 to 100% of the time that you have that kind of control of his connection between this, the roundness, and then the subsequent way that he uses his body, then you've got him in that place. And it's the same when you're jumping around the course. I mean, you eventually get so he can take his fences in stride. And you can deal with the questions on the course of shorter stride, longer stride, more difficult, terrain problems or placement problems like for a skinny fence or an angled fence or whatever. You eventually get so you can do that jumping out of stride with smoothness. But it doesn't ever start out that way. And as you're going around the courses, your ultimate goal before you're ready to move up is that you can do your level like that most of the way around.
Right. Yeah, that's been the hardest thing is recognizing and realizing we're not a failure just because this is where we are right now.
Yeah.
I've had a kind of a hard time with that. I'm like, I just feel like if I just want it hard enough and just push hard enough, we'll get it. And it's like, no, it's all development.
It is. It's a work in progress, and it isn't just about you doing it right. It's not about him doing it right. It's really a lot about him building the strength and the right muscle memory and the flexibility to do that and the confidence to use his body in a way that he never would have without you in his life asking him to do this.
Right.
And he's obviously spent a good share of his life. I mean, it's not like he's 4 or 5 and has just done it incorrectly for a year or two. You know, he's made this a real solid thing. And not that everything you've ever done is wrong with him, I don't mean that. But he has not used himself in that way, which if you'd had him as a 4-year-old, you would have already taught him this, so that the other thing never became a habit, you know? So yeah, you're not a failure, and I think that's a good point, is that it's always a journey and a process as you're at each level. It isn't jumping up one rung of the ladder where it's a clean jump, okay, now I've achieved this, now I've achieved that. You're slowly creeping your way up that. And sometimes you're moving forward, but it doesn't seem so. You're on a plateau. And really, it's like climbing a mountain. Sometimes you're actually moving up the mountain, but you're going down in a valley. So it seems like you've gone backwards, even though you're actually still heading forwards. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, that makes sense. That's kind of what we had a jump lesson yesterday, and it was good. It just is aggravating when you know those pieces, and you just can't get them put together because of, just not there yet.
Right. Right. And what are the pieces in the jumping that are challenging right now?
I don't trust him to leave the stride appropriately, and I get a bit too controlling. And I have a difficult time, since it's been so hard to build a good canter that has energy.
Right.
I have a hard time finding it, and then if I do find it, I don't trust it because it's so new.
Right.
So, and then because of not trusting it, my position's kind of gone to crap over the bigger fences because I don't trust it, so then I'm not keeping my leg on and leaving appropriately.
Right.
So we're doing, it was good. We were doing everything correctly, but it was very obvious I was giving him half halts, and that I was very much demanding it rather than
Allowing it to happen. Yeah. Well, I think it's hard to get to that place where you know when he can be in self-carriage and flow and when you need to manage it.
Yep.
So, all right. Well, good tonight.
Well, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you for getting us ready for the show.
Is this working time-wise for you?
Yeah. No,